no. So basically, I mean, you guys know, Keith, Johnny, you know, creating a comic book is not the easiest thing, and for us writers, for example, when we're writers, looking for an artist sometimes becomes a hassle, right? Like, sure, it's gotten easier now with Instagram and Fiverr and all these other things. It's gotten easier to find them, right? But what Global Indie Group Gig does is it puts everything in one place. So we're creators, right? And we have this idea, and we're like, how are we going to do this? What do we do first? Okay, if you're a person who doesn't know how to write, we have training sessions in the website, like a training thing where that particular creator, whatever, will help you how to create or write a comic, right? Let's say, for example, you wrote your comic book and you're good to go. Okay, I got a comic book, I wrote it. Now I need an editor. Oh, good. Go into the website. There's my editor tab. Hit the editors. There's a list of people who are editors on the website, and you click on their links and go right to them. You speak to them outside of. You don't have to stay in the website to get these people. You step out of that. You guys handle your business outside of the website. There is no commission on the website's end. We don't take any money for anything that's going on that. So that's all you guys. You guys handle that outside of this. This is just, yeah.
You're strictly connecting people through your platform.
That's it.
It's funny. I used to work for a job recruitment company way back in another lifetime. And they had this thing called Talent Management Suite, where you upload all your resumes, and through keywords or categories or things like that, you could find whoever you're looking for to hire, so to speak. It sounds like there's a little flavor of that. You're bringing like a very, very useful corporate America tool to indie comics, and I think that's very cool.
Yeah, it's just a one-stop shop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need, and then once you've gotten this thing edited, you need an artist. Find your artist. You need to promote it. There's podcasts on there. You want to publish it. There are publishers in there. So there's everything in one place for you to just keep coming back and saying, okay, I'm done with this part or this portion of my creative process. Now I need to do this. You can just go right to the site and find what you need. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty easy to kind of navigate.
That's
awesome. It's a cool product.
I like that you did. So how involved are you in this, George? So is ASAP the one that started it, and then do you know Hate? It's the guy's name.
Yes.
Hades?
So similar to Hades, we call him lovingly. He was actually on our podcast, and great dude. We got to talking, and he was telling me about ASAP Imagination, and we just remained friends online. And one day, I guess he was talking to Laurie also, and he's like, I have this idea, because he's an idea man. Like he's in the UK. It is like what, 2:00 in the morning over there. The man is awake right
picture
now.
Guy.
He's in the chat room right now. He's awake. He never sleeps.
Ideas keep him awake.
Did you hear that, Keith? What I heard is we're global now.
Exactly.
I mean, if he wants to come in here, I can send the link to him.
He has it.
Pop in.
Oh, he has it. Okay. If he wants to come in here,
shit, pop on in.
Tell him to come in.
Bashful.
But but so continue though, George. So you had him on the show.
We got to talking outside of the show, and we just we created this friendship, just like similar to us, right? Like we same-minded individuals. And one day he just approaches me. He says, "I've been talking to Laurie about something that I'd like to talk to you about." And I was like, "What is it?" And much like Laurie, it's hard to say no to this guy, right? So he's like, "Do you want to help me out with this thing? Like, you want to?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, man, let's do this." So sure enough, here I am. I'm promoting it. I'm talking to everybody that I know about it, because I really believe this is something that we definitely need. We need this, because it's like there are so many creators and so many people who don't know the steps or how to get some of these things together. It's a good way to do this. So that's what we're here. That's why Laurie and I are here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you want to make a comic book, there is books you can look at, and there's not many though. I mean, if you really look at, and you probably could go to YouTube and learn from random people, but you always heard the term that like there's so many people that can talk a good game but put out a lot of misinformation about how to make comics, so you never know who you can quite trust on YouTube. So I feel like and Facebook can only get you so far too, so I feel like something like this is definitely needed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the other thing too is that when you're like, people always say, I could do Instagram, man. I could just go on Instagram and find myself an artist. And you sure can. But the thing with, I think for me, the thing that I find going to Instagram, for example, is that some people don't get back to you on like right away. You know, they're not necessarily waiting for you to send them a message. So your message may go unread for months before they even respond to you. If you're on this website as an artist, you're expecting to get some of these, you know, you're trying to connect with a writer because, you know, it's a gig, right? It's a gig. So you're looking for that kind of stuff. So if you sign up for the website, you're pretty much looking to, you know, whether it is do a commission, you know, draw an entire book as an artist and as a writer too, because we have writers on there too. Sometimes artists need writers, right? And sometimes where do they go? where do they go? Twitter?
Right. Johnny's
where do
done
they
a
go?
few things like that too.
Sci-Fi for Me is about to take you on an incredible journey into the realms of science fiction, fantasy, and horror. Interviews with writers, filmmakers, artists, and actors. Conventions and fandom, previews and reviews of movies and television. Sci-Fi for Me is working to be the most popular science fiction magazine in the solar system. Subscribe now and enter the fantastic world of Sci-Fi for Me, delivering the multiverse since 2009.